On an institutional level, David Schwartz explains the future of Ripple and XRP and companies entering the blockchain space. It is my belief that these suggestions merit your consideration. We will also investigate David Schwartz's background. We will examine his background and Ripple to discover if any information can shed light on the future of this. The first video is with David Schwartz. Let's watch it together. That was the most likely outcome. Companies like Uber and Amazon are expanding at a faster rate than the current setup provides. The blockchain tools have also arrived at the perfect moment. My title is Chief Technology Officer at Ripple, and I go by David Schwartz. I chipped in to run the XRP ledger. In my opinion, DeFi, that is blockchain technology, smart contracts, and the entire ecosystem that is being developed around them, will steal some of Trafi's thunder in the coming years. One major issue is that the blockchain community will have to intervene to get the banking system to do its bidding. It can't be as simple as going on a very long walk or collecting things. Risky but potentially lucrative. However, I believe that the DeFi space will emerge, particularly with the resources that institutional use will bring. Among these will be real-world assets that are tokenized, as well as loan and real estate portfolios. With the help of a banking system, people can acquire the products and services they desire. Therefore, I do not perceive any issue with decentralization and institutional acceptance existing simultaneously. Ecosystems find Tier 1 blockchains intriguing due to their decentralized nature and independence. Therefore, in my opinion, blockchain's neutrality will be viewed positively by institutions rather than negatively. Ultimately, that will be what makes it stand out. All of that, in my opinion, will cause tremendous progress and development. Individuals, companies, and financial organizations' public blockchains were initially rejected by DAO due to the fact that all of these events are accessible to anybody. With the new system's acceptance and regulations drawing near, all of these things are occurring at once. Financial institutions are starting to view the funds on certain public chains as the necessary liquidity. Discussions centered on the possible placement of mortgages, and listed here are mortgages. In all honesty, that is our goal here. The real meat of the matter is the idea of putting that 400 trillion worth of property on chain. Obtaining debts or having the home's value displayed in example XRP is one way we can achieve this. That is the source of value. Tossing around the home titles won't do anything. Even if you transfer ownership to the new owner in exchange, the title will be worthless. The ledger isn't really useful since it only records transactions useful. We require the word for a loan, you'll need funds. Borrowing is necessary. I can already tell that piece will be powerful. Blockchain or no blockchain, technology is making its way into the banking industry. That was the most likely outcome. Amazon and Uber are just two examples of rapidly expanding companies that are straining the current financial system. The blockchain tools have also arrived at the perfect moment. Very well. You suggested that individuals check out Walmart, Amazon, and Uber. Every one of these process annual deals in the tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions. They require a more transparent, expedited, and inexpensive method of keeping tabs on all that cash. Consider their outlay of funds. There may be an additional 3-cent charge when you use your card. After that, they negotiate a price of maybe 1 or 1.5% with major credit card companies like Visa Card or Amex, much like Walmart or Target. Then they cash in on that void. There must be a universe where sending money costs pennies instead of just percentages. That is being ultimate goal. This is David Schwartz, who has been around for a long, discussing their current partners. The true function of Ripple in the world, the significance of the non-disclosure agreements, and the inner workings of the company are all topics of much speculation. The 17 seconds is all I want to play. Here is where Ripple is useful. Ripple has been developing this use case for payments. There are over 2 of 10 individuals on our team. It has surpassed 250 now. The city of San Francisco is the location of our primary office. All right, let's rapidly focus on this. All right, the following companies, Apple, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Apple, Pfizer, and DO. Please examine this. NASA moved quickly. There must be a glimpse of the White House in this shot. No business in history has ever had so many connections. Just recently, Ripple's top brass met with U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bett and U.K. Governor Rachel Reeves at Downing Street in the U.K. Ripple and a few others were with them. Well-known figures in the industry. The wall bears witness to it. You have complete clarity. This channel has already been set up. I don't believe it is just one example of what you can say. I could care less about your beliefs or lack thereof. This is the actuality of the situation. By XRP, XLM, Chainlink, ADA, and HBR doing it, this is the cutting edge of financial management. Collect all that you can. You need to consult with a monetary specialist. Since SABI 121 has concluded the largest Tier 1 banks are now able to hold crypto assets, Ripple is one of these banks. We have been discussing this for quite some time. Banks will prefer to hold on to their assets rather than sell them. I thought this was your place. Taking care of your belongings includes paying off your car loan. This will remain unchanged. It doesn't matter if our cryptocurrency's value increases by millions, tens of millions, or millions. Eventually, they would prefer to hold on to that cash. All right, let's take a closer look at NSA employee Joel Katz. David Schwartz, who created XRP prior to Ripple, a cryptographer who had previously worked for P and possessed a patent from 1998 that appears to be a prototype for DT predates XRP, along with Joel Katz and David Schwartz. We can open the file now. So I'm good with this. This is actually pretty awesome. It appears that the application was not read by anyone. David Schwartz submitted the patent US 3255369 for distributed computer system with 1998 and 1988. System, the year 1991 saw the grant of this patent. It covers topics like fault tolerance and hierarchical networks and how to divide a task among multiple computers. Why is this important? Not only is it not blockchain, but it also represents decades of pre-Bitcoin work and concepts regarding open network consensus. This particular trend at this particular time has never been covered by the mainstream press. Points of reference at Fort Shores pointed out, I spent some time at Fort Meade and other NSA facilities in early 2001 because this blog, not rumor, screenshot. And NSA Stories got us a job there. The quote in question is given here. Regarding the structure, several public biographies express agreement. One common claim is that, prior to Ripple, he developed secure systems for clients such as the National Security Agency, NSA. Another document detailing how to amass substantial wealth through cryptography and electronic currency was included in the 1996 NSA cash paper. Digital signatures, blind signatures, and anonymous electronic cash are covered in a paper written by the NSA. The paper, the Schwartz patent on distributed systems, covered the years 1988 and 1981. Throughout the years, 1996's primer was published in 1997. Schwartz was employed in NSA facilities in 2001. The XRP ledger was co-architected by him in 2011. Thus, you question whether it was someone with such a lengthy background. To be fair, it is unusual to find someone with Ripple's level of experience employed there very well. In this case, it also tells you what's new. Could have worked for the NSA, as many people say. The new connective tissue looks like this. Each of his NSA accounts was unique down to the timestamps and facilities. Contrary to popular belief, the NSA's eCash paper states that the original patent PDF with a filing date in 1998 was actually filed in 1991. The validity of the patriarchal and patriot architect theory is up to you to determine. SWIFT is moving at a faster pace than the United States needs programmable cross-border trains. One of the participants in the bridge asset scheme is an ex-NSA cryptographer from the United States. Eventually, that will transform into XRP being used in actual transportation networks. I think I have this available at the moment. You're engrossed in with actual corridors. Give the thread a glance. The hints are there, but this is only a hint. This is incredibly fascinating. This fantastic video clip by Nadine Shaker is also in my possession. The DTCC is her place of employment. In the year 2025, she was at the Stellar Meridian. I was also interested in playing this. Searching globally increases the likelihood of their number of providers. Also, DTCC has been quite the tech star. Last year, we instituted a TFLA1 settlement period across the industry and experienced no issues whatsoever. My excitement over the integration of blockchain tokenization AI with the third part grows as I observe the new developments in digital technology. Additionally, we have witnessed the business side of the house making an effort to spearhead progress in this domain. Big investments have been gaining more attention, even though it's only been a few months. However, in cases